was not easy in any way to put together practice plans and game plans, and with the perimeter that's going on in South Carolina right now, it's very similar to the experiences that we had back when Katrina and Rita hit within about 10 days. So, and that's Tiger Stadium, and that's going to be our home venue, and it doesn't make any difference how you cut it. We'll wear any colors you want us to wear. It's just very difficult for an opponent to come in there and pretend that it's the home team. I can remember again back in Katrina when we went to Arizona State. I thought what Coach Spurrier and South Carolina did was spectacular. I thought that they were dead in it and fought, and I thought that they came up with a great game plan. I think you saw it. You know, the trick plays that speak to the fact that somebody worked hard in the game plan. I thought the special teams coach Joe Robinson did just a great job game planning us. And again, I think that I think that considering the situation that school is in, I think Coach Spurrier and that team and those coaches did a great job. But you know, we weren't allowed to dress our full contingent of our home kids, and we didn't control our music, and we wore the colors that we were, you know, told that we needed to wear. But we were going to play in Tiger Stadium. That is our home, and the Tigers came out and played. I don't know if that was it was kind of a real quality workman-like job to me. I think our special teams were very, very sloppy, and we needed work to do there. Felt like you know, we offensively we set a school record for 396 yards of rushing, and we threw for 228, and really I kind of figured that we would have the opportunity to throw eventually for some yards, and it turned out that way. Darius Geis was 16 carries or so for 161, and Leonard Fournette was 20 carries for 163. So Darrell Williams averaged 8.1 yard a carry, and Brandon Harris got a couple carries. So there's a pretty good rushing total, and I think Brandon threw the ball well. I think there were some things that we could certainly improve on offensively, but you know, all in all, it's a good job by them. Again, I think our defenses missed, had blown coverage twice late in the second half. And that's frustrating. The good news is with victory it becomes easier to correct, and we will be about the correction there. Special teams, again, we should never have allowed a kick returner to go all the way against us. We're too good at special teams, and we'll have to revisit that. And kind of liked how we played the last kick. I said so. All in all, we're glad to be 5-0. Look forward to playing the Florida Gators in the next event. So, questions? Yeah, well, the guys that we have in there are good players, and you know, frankly, the best players on the one that was returned, they got blocked. Okay, so we're going to have to kind of revisit that and some of the techniques and what we expect from our kickoff coverage. So, I think we'll address that pretty comfortably. The good news is we're down the road. It's not something that surprised us. The length of the return certainly did, but we recognize that there's some things we need to get corrected, and we're working at it. So.
Coach, do you have any concerns about the team being flat with the crowd being so small?
I want you to know something. I so enjoyed that crowd. I can't tell you. As much as I hate to admit it, I looked at that crowd very little, but they sounded just like 100,000 to me. I think there's a very loyal contingent that was in that stadium, and it made a lot of noise, and I enjoyed it. It was very much like Tiger Stadium.
In terms of how much you guys mixed it up on offense, you think this was one of Cam's better called games in here?
Well, I just think it's what we're going to do. What's what we're going to do? Yeah, I think Cam did a great job. And I think Jeff Grimes did a really good job with the line, and what suggestions he makes in the running game. It's what we're going to do. It's who we are. So we had the opportunity to be pressed some, and we'll throw the football.
Coach, how would you describe Darius' running style in the game today? Is this what you've been seeing in practice that made it kind of obviously need to get to the field more?
Yeah, I think he's pretty talented. The reckless might be the best. Angry might be. There's a number of ways to describe his running style. Efficient.
Coach, do you think Harris, especially in the second half, looked more comfortable out of the gun?
I think Harris does exactly what we ask him to do and looks really comfortable in both pieces. So we're not going to ask him to do something that he's uncomfortable in, I promise.
The receivers after last game, less the receivers, how did they kind of make up for last week?
I think last week was an unusual piece. I think we're really going to be a team that can count on being productive in the throwing game and count on those guys to make catches. So.
Would you mind sharing what you told Steve Spurrier after the game? It looked like y'all had a little bit longer moment than normal.
Well, I can tell you this: he's competitive, and they kept scoring in the back end of the daggone game. It'd been a lot more fun for us if they hadn't. So, but he kept calling plays that were good, and he's a good coach, quality coach.
You talk about Leonard jump starting y'all again. Second play, the second half. Touchdown.
Yeah, I'd like to have us do that earlier rather than the second play, the second half. But great players make great plays, and I think it's pretty obvious that we're very talented at tailback, and certainly Leonard is one.
Was Leonard hobbled at all at the end? One of the reasons maybe he didn't play?
No, we want to keep him fresh. We kind of felt like he hits the one early in the second half, and I'm sitting there thinking, let's get him out of here. So.
What did JD's injury do to your game plan as far as shuffling out who you had in there?
Not really. It didn't really affect us much, and the good news is it's not a serious issue. But I think I really like Mutan, and I think we'll like him as we go forward, and we'll have some other guys that'll step in as if in fact JD's misses some time.
Was Darryl as an up back something that you guys had seen in the plan?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And Darryl's another one that can really play a variety of roles.
You mentioned special teams. Did you make the call to just go ahead and just kind of start preaching instead of trying to give up another big kick or out downs?
I kind of felt like we have some specialty kicks, a good time to try it, and then kind of put us in position to return, and see how we can stop their return later. And so we hit a couple specialty kicks and then kicked it deep.
What was the design of those specialty kicks that you're trying to?
Pardon?
What's the design that you're trying to?
One, to change the timing of a return. Two, to make and give question to who's supposed to field the ball. And three, if we can get a fair catch by one of the fielders, that would be something that we would be for. So I think some of those were successful.
Coach, last drive of the first half, you let Harris pretty much throw the ball the whole way down the field. How do you think he handled that 2 minute and bringing you guys down there?
It's what we do on Monday, and it's what we do on Thursday, and he looked just like he does on Monday and Thursday, and I thought he handled the call. I thought he's he's kind of calm under pressure, to be honest with you. He just kind of sees it. He's kind of put himself into, I just run the play that's called, and allows him to have success and not be not be subject to the situation.
You mentioned a couple coverage busts in the second half. How much does getting Jalen Mills help with communication, coverage, everything that?
Well, it'd be nice to get him back for the Florida game, to be honest with you. I know he was practice this week. It'll be interesting to see if he's ready to go.
One more for Coach.
I don't know. I really shouldn't have mentioned it, but I felt like I needed to. After Shay's 7 straight questions, I felt like, I'm telling you, there's a couple people over here with their hands raised, but hey, you know what? I understand what I'm supposed to do.
Was there any chance he could play in this game, Les?
Huh?
Jalen, was there any thought that he could?
Shay, what do you think? No.
I'm done talking.
Yeah.
Last one, Brett.
One last one. Veterans fastest in school history, which obviously goes back a while to 1,000 yards. And is it getting to the point now where it's more surprising if he doesn't hit a home run as he called it in a game?
I just want you to know, I'm not going to suppose that a great back would, hit home runs every game. Okay, if you look at some of the great sluggers in baseball, they don't hit a home run every time that they play a game. And if he does the things that we ask him to do, and we have ball security, and he runs hard, and he misses a cut or he gets tackled, you know what? I'm going to take those plays along with the other great plays and not expect too much. And if I get to expecting too much, I should put another back in, okay, and let him kind of, take some snaps and see how he does. So,
Thank you.